Yeah.
We were saying those plants and our flowers could use a little watering. I know my lawn could. It's been a little while since we've gotten some rain, but you know, with that sunshine, I don't think many people are really complaining a whole bunch.
You just got to accept shredded wheat grass this time of year. We are so early in the growing season. It would be nice to not already have some abnormally dry conditions, but we wrapped up May with only 2.5 inches of rainfall, which was about half of what we normally get. So certainly could use the rain. Not going to see much of that today. Perhaps a stray isolated pop-up shower or storm, but that's going to be just about it. Here's how the next few hours play out as you look live there over the eastern horizon, where we've already got some of that haze taking over our sky conditions. Going to be a quick warming trend today because we've got a lot of dry air in place, so that will allow that temperature to quickly recover out of the 70s. Back through the 80s already by lunchtime today, approaching 86 by noon, and eventually headed into the low to mid 90s for highs later on this afternoon. 93 your forecast high here in Indy. Will go 95 in Greencastle, even Lafayette to Kokomo up to 94. These numbers closer to records than average. The record for today is, by the way, 100. So we're not going to get that hot, but I just want to put that into perspective for you. If you have any outdoor plans today, might want to just plan ahead to have some breaks of the shader and the air conditioning. Here we go between now and I want to fast forward today through about 6 p.m. That's when we'll tap into some of this upper level moisture. We've got this daytime heating that's going to increase that cloud cover later on today. Really not a lot of moisture to work with here, so that's why we'll call these very stray isolated showers possible. Then we get into the evening tonight. The sun will go down. We're going to lose that daytime heating. And then eventually that rain chance comes to an end. But again, even later today, that's about the 20% chance at best. So any plans you might have tonight, we do have the Indians that are going to be in town 6:05 for that, or 7:05, I should say, for that first pitch. So a little later than normal. A mix of sun and clouds as temperatures drop back through the 80s this evening. Eventually overnight, couple things going to happen here. The sky will clear out. The wind will pick up from the northeast, gusting to 20 miles per hour at times. So that will take that temperature down a little bit more come tomorrow morning, 62 to get the day started tomorrow. And then with that slightly increased wind speed, it will help to hinder daytime highs by a few degrees at least. Still looking at highs in the upper 80s near 90. So it's going to be a hot day regardless. That northeast breeze, though, going to work in our favor. 90 your high tomorrow over in Greencastle, and Shelbyville up to 90 tomorrow as well. Here are those changes that are on the horizon for later this week. We're going to fast forward between today and tomorrow and eventually into the middle part of the week. We're watching this area of some cooler air to our northeast that's going to slowly push its way back to the west. That's what's going to bring in some slightly more mild air for us by the middle part of the week. So there is a little bit of relief headed our way. Not going to be necessarily long-lived, but at least we will find that for a few days. We'll go 93 today, 89 sunny and hot tomorrow. Getting into Monday into Tuesday, that's when we'll slowly see these temperatures returning back to closer to average. Keep in mind 79 is that normal high at this point in the season. Bright and breezy with that cooler, more comfortable air for Wednesday and Thursday, and then slowly starting to work our way back into the 80s heading toward the weekend next week.